So after that first game, after seeing these two guys in action, what's your thoughts on the outcome of the game? Did it change any?
Not really. I was expecting for Via to kill Mando because I was very much hoping for it because I'm a UK fan. AirRivals UK was one of my old communities I had, and yeah, I know him from my time as a player.
So how good are you then at AirRivals?
I suck. Well, I didn't play I quit 1 year ago, and I don't think I can play as those guys anymore. I was an iGear, I'm a huge iGear fan as well, and I don't think I will succeed in any arena match.
So tell us about like the nations thing in terms of, within Europe. We had 7 different countries here competing.
Right.
Are there any stronger countries or big areas where you have all those strong players coming from?
UK mainly. That's because the community is the oldest one, like 4 years old or 5 years old, and the other countries were just added later. So
okay.
they are more the experienced guys in here, and also have more practice in more air combat and such.
What about the Asian teams, American teams? I mean, this World Championship's going to be coming up. How does the rest of the world fare against Europe?
I have no idea. I didn't met them, I didn't talk to them yet, but we will see. I just hope they will show us their championship so we can see what we expect.
So we're about to kick off then with the second game. The scoreline is 1-1. We're going to move in, and well, if someone gets both kills from this one, then they'll win the game.
Yep.
So it's a kind of best of 3 in a best of 3.
Let's hope for it.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see all those 3 games. That would be awesome. So let's jump into game and kick this one off. And you're going with Phobia for this one. I should probably support our Italian friend.
Okay.
just to be fair to him. Even though I'm a UK myself, but what are you gonna do about that one?
Okay.
So hopefully we can kick off shortly. I can see the players in behind us. Apparently they are loading in right now, so just a couple more minutes and we get this one started. Tell us a little bit about the arenas. Do we have just one arena or are there different maps?
Yes, just one map, but there are more maps actually planned. There should be some more maps planned. It's always a deathmatch.
Yeah.
And you can have either 1-1 or bigger groups up to 12 versus 12 people. And this will go more messy than the 1-on-1. Yeah. Yeah,
I can imagine that would be interesting to watch. 12 versus 12. That's a lot of action going on at once. So here we go then. Let's get into it. Scoreline 1-1. Let's see if anyone's going to take an early advantage in this second matchup. Not spotted each other just yet.
Yeah, he's trying to hit him from behind and then most likely hide again. And he's trying to dogfight him, but
do the abilities do different amounts of damage, depending whether you're coming in from the front or from behind?
No, it doesn't. It's the same, basically. Depends on the build they have. They have a build, and they can either build as an attack build, that means more damage, of course, or defense build for the M gear. It doesn't make sense for I gears. They rather should take evasion as a second build in this case. Okay, they're hit and running again, okay.
Phobia on the run.
That was a cheap trick from behind.
I think you're struggling a little bit
He's
to
more
keep up
aggressive.
with him. Yeah.
He's really more aggressive this time. The first round was more of a defensive and more of hiding like a ninja. And now he's very aggressive. And I think Mando didn't expect that because he's less smart with his moves at the moment.
Once again, I see Phobia
Running.
getting himself out.
Running. Okay, Phobia was just moving back, just to be behind him. And so he's not in focus of the M gear.
Do you think this aggression this round's going to pay off for Phobia?
Not quite sure, actually. It was a good idea just to confuse Mando a bit, but Mando still has enough spirit to heal himself, and I think he thought it was an advantage to confuse him, so Mando makes any bad moves, like crashing into the wall, for example. He just did that once with a reverse engine, and it didn't work out, so he's now going back to the old tactics, going into the tunnels, hit, run, hit, run.
Is it an instant death if you crash?
What?
Is it an instant death if you crash?
No, you just take a lot of damage, yeah.
Now we've seen Phobia once again get himself away.
Yep, out of luck again. Mando's trying to drag him out of the tunnels. And running again.
Tell us a little bit about the control system in the game. How are they controlling?
Yeah, they are similar to ego shooters. You have the ASD stuff and the key settings and shooting with mouse and well, similar to shooters actually.
Yeah.
And running again.
See if Mando can manage to cut him off somewhere.
Oh, bump. Just bumped on the wall.
So what happens if we have 3 draws, by the way?
We will take a screenshot and compare the energies, most likely.
Ah, okay.
That's why I'm pretty happy we're not having 2 M gears, because that's pretty exhausting. It's like 2 paladins fighting each other and it's taking ages. We just had that match yesterday and it was a never-ending story.
And if you're wondering, here in the audience or at home, we are watching the game from Mando's point of view. He's playing the M gear. His opponent, Phobia from the UK, playing the eye gear. The score tied at 1-1 after the first game, which ended in a draw. Oh.
Bump. Phobia is really more aggressive this time. Mando still has 4 spirit points.
Once again, we see Phobia just trying to avoid. Actually, again, firing off a couple shots.
And Mando was expecting that. He just turned around and just looked into the tunnel. I think Mando is more careful now with his back. But he's also bumping more into the walls. Still hit and run. Okay, he just checked his buffs. They are not running out yet. Okay, Mando shouldn't go in there.
Once again, we see Phobia running away, coming back in, doing some damage, playing his usual hit and run style.
And kitting. And he is on the surface. No, he isn't.
Mando looking to cut him off. There he is. Then we see Phobia getting himself behind the corners almost every time.
Not working. Okay. He's trying to hide behind the tunnels again. Half of the spirit is depleted from the M gear. He only has half of his spirit right now. He should go back to the tunnels. Okay. he just changed what did he change? The weapon.
How did that affect him now? More damage or?
Depending on the setup of the weapon, he has more probability hitting them more or doing more damage, or the weapon is faster. You can enchant or upgrade the weapon to be more faster. The eye gear is one of the fastest gears, and it would be great to have some speed carded, that's what they call it here, speed carded weapons with them with high probability. Depending on the setup of his stat points, he has evasion, a high evasion build or a high attack build. And so far it looks like evasion. Or a balance build, depending.
Again, Phobia keeping himself way out of reach.
Yeah, directly into the base. There are the scout guards in there waiting. So Mando shouldn't fly in there for real. And he's trying to drag him into the base, but
I think the strategy from Phobia is to maybe outlast these 15-minute game and put it all down to the last one?
Yeah, most likely. Mando doesn't have any spirit points, so this might be the chance again for Phobia.
Phobia just running rings around that pillar there, but again, he's on the run.
Running and coming back. For the eye gear, there's a duration fight. Who's to survive the M gear as long as they have the spirits full. And as soon as the spirits are gone, spirit points, spirit energy is gone. This might be the chance for the eye gear to strike and kill him. But Mando this time, he's not going back to the base and just buys everything. Because I hope he learned from the last time.
Being in the base was not his best idea ever.
Yeah.
That now outside of Phobia's base.
Right. He's trying to drag him in here. A draw again.
So, 2-2 the scoreline, and it is all going to come down to that third and final game. Do you expect a change of tactics going into that last one?
It might be possible. They might restart right now. Either Phobia is going attack build or evasion build, depending on his experience he just made against Mando. And Mando, he might also restart right now. It's just a question of how they will decide. Or change weapons or tactics in general.
Is there any one of these two that you favor in this situation with the high pressure? And I mean, it's all down to this last one, right? So
yeah, I'm still with Phobia.
And if if this one ends in a draw as well, like you say, you'll calculate who's had done the most damage, was it?
As far as I know, the energy will be calculated. We'll see later and decide.
Okay, so is there either one of the two that kind of favors going forward? Do they need to adjust their play style to account for the fact that if it ends in a draw, they need to gain an advantage there?
No. Okay. I think he's looking like restarting something.